Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Speaker, our country has been and continues to be the greatest force for good known to mankind. And the men and women of our military have played a central role in this virtuous effort. There was no greater time of difficulty and challenge that tested this notion more, though, than during World War II. H.R. 6118 provides a way to honor the major contributions made by our cities during World War II by granting the Secretary of the Interior the ability to designate one city each year as a World War II Heritage City, provided that city meets the criteria for recognition outlined in the legislation. As many from the greatest generation know, World War II required a nationwide effort to assist with the many components of war production. Yet there are many all across this great land who do not know that cities from across the nation stepped up in a major way to assist with defense manufacturing, the production of food, clothing, and other necessary goods. No one can attest to these efforts better than Captain Wilbur D. Jones of Wilmington, North Carolina. Captain Jones is retired from the U.S. Navy, a distinguished author, an active veteran, and a war historian who has been working to preserve our state's World War II for the past 2 decades. I want to thank Captain Jones for his hard work and steadfast dedication to this cause. Without his leadership, the idea, introduction, and passage of this bill would have never come to fruition. This legislation will provide every city that contributed to the many heroic World War II efforts an incentive to preserve that history, a great and noble undertaking so that all citizens will have a better understanding of our history and even more pride in our great heritage. I want to thank the chairman of the committee and the ranking member for their help with and accommodation of this bill. I'd also like to thank our state legislature for their very active support and endorsement, the Wilmington City Council and Mayor Bill Saffo. I also should mention the great work of Senators Burr and Tillis on the other side of the Capitol, for it's with their help, in addition to passage in this body, that this legislation will eventually, hopefully here in the next couple weeks, be signed into law by the President. Mr. Speaker, I yield.